We're very happy to welcome Stephen Colbert back to the table this morning. He is not only the host of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert here on CBS, he's also an executive producer and a writer. Imagine that.
Wow. No wonder I'm so tired.
You have so many talents.
Oh, boy. His latest topics include the Pokemon Go sensation, this season of The Bachelorette, and, of course, the race for the White House. Stephen is getting ready to broadcast 2 weeks of live shows during the political conventions, which start on Monday. Welcome, sir. It's great to see you.
Thank you, Charlie. Good to see you. Very excited to have the three of you on the show tonight, actually.
Oh, well, yeah.
It's a big booking for me.
Yeah.
It's like a vacation, because the three of you can talk. I just sit at the desk and I go, and go! I'll time you.
We had a good time.
I'll sit behind the desk and drink.
We do fill 2 hours every morning.
I know. How do you do it live every day? Because I've got to do 2 weeks of live shows.
you'll love it.
And I need some advice. I need some advice
Aren't
on
you
how to...
looking forward to it, though? I think it's
Oh, of
very
course.
cool
I have
you guys
advice.
are doing that.
You have advice? What's that?
Surround yourself with two smart, beautiful women.
What are you guys doing for the next 2 weeks right now? Because I'm just alone at the desk.
We're already booked. We're with this guy.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. You're doing the morning and the evening.
And the evening.
These stars are rotating that planet for the next 2
Give me
weeks.
$5 worth of whatever you're going to be taking to stay up all night long, because I'm going to be sponsored by Adderall and Red Bull for the next 2 weeks.
But talk about the decision to do it live. I think this is a really great idea.
Well, we wanted to do it live because one of our favorite things, like we try to make the show as topical as possible.
Yep.
And one of our favorite things is that if, something that we can make a joke about happens at 5 o'clock and we're recording the show at 5:30, if we can turn the joke that quickly and be the first people to do the joke, then that's a great joy. We don't want somebody else to be able to pick the chicken, as I like to say.
Now, given what we know about this Republican convention, do you think you'll have to write that many jokes?
Yeah.
God. I think we'll have to see obviously what happens. But the most exciting thing about at least the Republican week for me is that, I mean, you were real news people, but this is the first time in my adult lifetime that I don't know what's going to happen over the week of a convention, because they're so choreographed most of the time.
That's right.
And you have to decide how much you want to play into reporting on what people want you to report on. Like it's normally just like a press release, and you kind of know what's going to happen. But this time, I mean, Tim Tebow was announced to be one of the speakers, I think, on the big night, on the Trump night.
And he says he knows nothing about it.
That's right. So I'd like to announce right now, Tim Tebow will be my guest on Thursday night. Tim, good morning. If you just found out, surprise.
Yeah, but you've also got Elizabeth Warren, I think.
Elizabeth
When is
Warren.
she? What night is she going to be on?
Elizabeth Warren is going to come on to talk about the speech that Trump gives on Thursday night. So the night that he accepts the nomination, she'll be on our show.
You think she'll like
to give
it?
her opinion of his acceptance of the
You
nomination.
think she'll like it?
Oh, I think she'll be passionate. I think she'll be passionate about it. Yeah. Again, I think it'll be a vacation for me. And Elizabeth Warren, go! You're it.
So there's word and there's rumor that Jon Stewart may be joining you.
I have heard those rumors, but the thing is, when we release John into the wild, we put a tracking collar on him, and we get pings from it every so often, but we don't know whether maybe, he's rubbed it off against a tree. You never know at this point.
Yeah.
Never know at this point, but I have hope.
But he knows the way to Cleveland.
What?
He knows the way to Cleveland.
Oh, of course. He spends most of his vacations at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you know John well. You had to release Bernie Sanders finally from your Hungry for Power games.
Yes.
I love that bit that you do.
Thanks very much.
Was that difficult to let him go?
Bernie? No, it was exciting to finally do it. We had written that draft many times because, I don't know about you, but it really looked like he might be dropping out or have a reason to drop out for a few months before he actually did drop out.
I know, and Stephen, this is my thing. Don't you think when it finally happened, Hillary said, gee, thanks a lot, Bernie, for nothing?
No, I think she thanked him. I think his wife probably thanked him. How hard must it be to run for president of the United States? And I've done it twice.
Yeah, so this is a season in which you're not a fake person.
Yeah.
You're a real person.
I'm
Stephen
a fake
Colbert.
person, but I'm not a fake newsman.
No, but you were running as Stephen Colbert in 2012.
And now I'm Stephen Colbert. It's all the difference in the world.
It is all the difference in the world. I mean, is it different that you're not doing the Comedy Central character?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it doesn't mean he won't
Appear?
show up.
Oh, goodness.
He's very needy.
Yes.
And he loves the limelight, maybe even more than I do. So
Yes.
we think he might be holed up with John someplace.
Oh,
I think
the two of them
they might
together.
be off the grid someplace.
Oh,
We've sent
boy.
out people looking for them.
Oh, that's what we call a tease.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't realize I was teasing. Now I'm really in show business.
So what else will we see in these live shows? Dance, choreography.
Oh, of course, big musical number. Do not miss the opening of Monday Night Show, where we will set the stage for the entire week. We have a musical number describing what's going to be happening for the rest of the week for all of us. We also have, movie star guest Zoe Saldana. We have the President of the United States, Tony Goldwyn from Scandal, who's going to be there on Wednesday night, who is also a Clinton surrogate and extremely handsome for the President of the United States.
Any
Not that
Trump family members?
Sure, all of them. I'm willing to announce that. That's what I love about this week is that the Republican convention, you don't actually know what's going to happen because they don't know what's going to happen. It's like the RNC is in a quantum state.
Yeah.
If you don't look at it, anything can happen. But as soon as you announce something's going to happen, it evaporates.
But Stephen, you know what I think is really nice about you, all kidding aside? You do a Q&A with the audience, and one of the things they asked you was, how did you know your wife was the one?
Yes.
That answer has gotten close to 3 million views. When you think about that, people are really interested in your personal life.
Well, I like that story.
I love it too. How did you know she was the one? And your Twitter picture is a shot of you and Mrs. Colbert kissing.
That's
like
right.
this.
That's right. Back when I
He's
had
a
beard.
romantic,
It's her
yes.
making out with a homeless sea captain, as you can see. I love that story. I mean, it's absolutely true. I mean, it usually takes me 2 hours to tell it. The fact that I could tell
You
it in
can do
6
it in 30
minutes.
seconds. Go
In 30
ahead.
seconds. I had a girlfriend at the time who wanted us to get married, and I said, okay, well, I'm going to go home to
think
see
about
whether
it.
I'm going to get, whether, we should do this, because I think more clearly in my hometown. I got there. My mom said, do you want to marry her? I said, I don't know. My mom said, I don't know isn't good enough. And suddenly I had a week to kill, and that night I met my wife at a party and somehow knew the moment I met her, I think because marriage was on my mind, I saw her and I went, that one
That's
right
the
there.
one.
Well, I
Love
will
it.
marry her.
I love
True
it.
story.
I love it
it.
too. I love it. It's very sweet.
Thank
What do
you,
you
Stephen
see when you
Colbert.
look at me? We gotta go.
What
They're like, we gotta go.
Thank you, Stephen.
a
Thank you,
beautiful
Stephen.
woman.
Feel anything?
Yes.